We are about a month away from the season 17 premiere of Sister Wives. The trailer for the new season just dropped, and I would say that the wives are behaving pretty much as expected. But Kody is absolutely unraveling. The mask is completely off. We have a lot to talk about. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Kody Brown can no longer fake it for the cameras. My friends, if your partner ever tells you that they sacrificed a lot to love you, step away from that situation, go get yourself a plate of gas station nachos and treat yourself, because that is some bullshit you don't need in your life. Dare I say this might be the rawest emotion we have ever seen from Kody. Christine called Kody's bluff big time. For years, Kody has been saying how his wives can leave whenever they want, but he is not the type. It's not within him to divorce any of his wives. But, I mean, by all means, they can dip out at their leisure. Well, now Christine says, you know what? That sounds great. Bye. And Kody cannot handle it.
I've gone 18 months being persecuted by my own family for trying to protect them. My heart is broken.
The message that we had to the world about functional polygamy seems so dysfunctional now.
You never tried to have a really good relationship with these other people. And that's the reason I'm pissed off. Just the knife in the kidneys over all these years. Sacrifices that I made to love you.
For someone like Kody, being respected, being revered, being wanted is everything. You know the Davises from this season of Seeking Sister Wife? How April and Jennifer literally cry when Nick regales them with the latest things he's read about? That is the type of situation that Kody wants. Let's check in with Mary. Mary is pretty much being Mary.
I felt like that Christine was more than a sister wife. I felt like that she was a friend for a lot of years. I will never say that the problem is plural marriage.
I rate the delusion about a 7 out of 10, with her thinking that her and Christine were more than sister wives. They were friends. We have seen in the last few years especially, Mary has really latched on to Robyn, but before Robyn entered the picture, Mary didn't really have anyone. Throughout the last couple of seasons, Mary has talked about being isolated and alone in her house, and we have also seen concurrently to that, Christine and Janelle getting together and seeing each other. So if Christine was a really good friend to Mary, I would think that she probably would have gone over and visited her for at least some outside camping chair discussions. And we've read about it in the book. They've talked about it on the show. Mary has had a tense history with both Janelle and Christine. It makes me wonder though, will Mary feel any sort of peer pressure now that Christine has said, I don't have to put up with this, and chose to leave? And it makes me wonder even more, would Kody have a similar reaction to Mary leaving? Who knows? I don't think Mary's ever gonna leave Kody, but it just makes me wonder. Now let's check in with Janelle. Janelle is really being her most pragmatic self.
I feel like it's more of an inevitability coming instead of a let's try to work this out.
I don't think you and I know how to be real about things with each other.
He's no longer acting as my husband here.
Kody said something that I actually regarded as shockingly honest when he said, I don't know if we know how to be real with each other. To be honest, I don't exactly know what Janelle is looking for in a life partner, because she and I have very different standards in what makes a good life partner. And I've always said different strokes for different folks. If polygamy is your jam and everyone is consenting, then cool. If you are in a relationship where you live a good distance from your significant other and that works for you, also cool. Whatever your relationship looks like, respect is essential. Kody for sure does not respect Janelle, and I don't think Janelle really respects Kody anymore either. We can always rely on Robyn, though, for keeping the delusion at a solid 10 out of 10.
I'm just supposed to stay out of it. I'm not ready for Christine to leave. Hang on with me, okay? I am. We have to rebuild.
Robyn wants to make it very clear the destruction of the family, not her fault. And she is actively campaigning Mary to make sure Mary doesn't get any bright ideas to like leave the family or something. It's actually quite diabolical. Robyn should, in my opinion, step back and take a look at the big picture here. All these women gave him children. At one time, all of these women made him happy to some extent. And at one point, all these women thought the sun shone out of Kody's ass. And when things changed, Kody became unbearable. Personally, I don't think it's an if this is gonna happen to Robyn. It's more like a when is this gonna happen to Robyn. And like we've talked about numerous times on this channel, Robyn's goal is not to be the only wife, it's to be the favorite wife. Robyn needs sister wives in the picture so that she could be the favorite. I really feel like Robyn and Kody's relationship is going to suffer immensely under the weight of Christine leaving. And if none of the other wives are thinking the sun shines out of Kody's ass anymore, that is a tall order to be left to Robyn to be the only wife that's still stroking his ego. And for Kody has always relied on having other wives around so that if he is having conflict with one wife, he can go to the other wives to confirm that it's not him that's the problem. So I don't know how Kody and Robyn are gonna fare as a monogamous couple. And my queen Christine.
I feel like to Kody, Robyn's more important.
It's been heartbreaking being your wife for years.
I have decided to leave. I'm gonna leave Kody.
I agreed to be a sister wife, but I agreed to be an equal wife.
I love when she says that she agreed to be a sister wife, but she also expected to be an equal wife. Christine is coming straight for the heart of the matter. She is not dancing around this in vague terms anymore. The problem is Robyn. And that's not completely Robyn's fault. Problem is how Kody totally shifted his values and his goals when Robyn entered the picture. In the very first episode of season 1 of Sister Wives, we see the morning routine for Kody, and it showed Kody going from, little apartment to little apartment, saying good morning and goodbye to all of the wives before he went off to work in the morning. It really did seem like at that time he did try a little bit to give the wives equal time. Equality, especially of time, is such a foreign concept now to Kody. I really feel like Kody thinks that his spending a couple hours a week at Christine's house was a big sacrifice to love her. Watching Kody unleash like that was really uncomfortable to watch. I cannot imagine what it was like to be on the receiving end of that anger. This is uncharted territory, and I think so far, from what we've seen of Christine on social media, from what we've seen now in the season 17 trailer, it seems like she's really conducting herself with class and dignity, and something I don't think I would be capable of doing if I was on the receiving end of that bullshit from Kody. But this season, you guys, season 17, wow, it looks like it is going to be one heck of a season. I did notice though that we're still outside filming social distancing in camping chairs. So you know what? It's not all back to normal. Maybe in season 18, we'll be back inside the houses. Who knows? The new season kicks off September 11th. It is just about a month away. So definitely let me know your thoughts. What are you looking forward to seeing in season 17? Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.